used and that we can release more funds. So that will be done. Another support service that the board is having and we need is banks. We need banks to be able to serve you people well. And there are 3 sets of banks that we are having and we are looking forward to. The first set is the escrow account. The escrow account has to do with international banks. And this is part of what we are doing now, not just to ensure that we get this fund delivered to us, but to get this fund safe. The security of this fund is very important. And we've had this argument that most of the banks in Nigeria has a 25 billion capitalization. So they are insured to the tune of only 25 billion. And if we are expecting $200 million in a year, if you multiply that times the present exchange rate, that will give you about 75 billion naira, which is by far higher than the level any bank in Nigeria is insured to. And so, for us, we think that if we are receiving this money, we cannot entrust this money into a bank that has a weaker capitalization so that if anything happens to the fund, we cannot recover it. And so, we have gone for international banks that has a stronger capitalization and stronger base, access base, that we will put this money to receive this money for us. After they have received it, then we can disburse it in bits into any other bank that can have it for us. So that is essentially for the security of this fund, because we don't want to take chances and we don't want to play games with the fund of Ogoni people. We want to make sure that this fund is secured and this fund is guaranteed the level of asset security that can be trusted. And so we will have escrow bank, and I can announce to you that we have chosen Standard Chartered Bank of London, and they have agreed and we have completed the processes of ensuring that the Know Your Customers services and program is being completed. So as soon as possible, we will receive the first $200 million. This is because SPDC, with the other international oil companies that are expected to bring this fund, they have told us that they are ready to bring the fund. And I can announce to you and inform to you that with the effort with SPDC is putting in place, the zeal and their readiness and their support they are putting on this program, we will receive this money and the money will come and we will deliver value to you. So if anybody is telling you that they are not bringing the money, that is not true. The engagement the board is having with the international oil company led by SPDC is very serious and committed, and they have shown every zeal to release the money. Once we complete this process of opening this international account, we will get the money. And let me inform you that we insist it has to be an international bank with strong capital base, and that was what delayed the process. And we have completed it, and the money will come very soon. The other set of account we're having is the account of the Ogoni Trust Fund, where the money will be for the day-to-day running so that as soon as the work plan is released, we'll be able to deploy the fund. While the third account is the operational account that will be with Hyprep. This operational account is the account where we'll put the money, and Hyprep will have 100% access to it. The project coordinator and his financial team will have 100% access to the money when and asset when needed. So we can assure you that that will be done. So let me end this address by asking that, as Ogoni people, and what I've seen on the board, we will need and we will request that the National Assembly quickly do what they can to give us a waiver. If you listen to the MOSO president, he stated it very clearly that one of the very serious problems we're having that is accounting and responsible for the delay that is seemingly observed on this process is the level of red tapeism. I can inform you that we have very serious difficulty because whatever we are doing and Hyprep is doing, they are doing with the instant law of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and there are laws that are guiding each of these processes. Until some of these laws we get waiver for them, we will not be able to make serious progress. Just like Mr. President has graciously granted waiver that this money should not go into TSA. That is because that is within the confines of his office. Now, the Public Procurement Act is an act of the National Assembly. So it is only the National Assembly that can grant the waiver, so that when we want to buy a bottle of water for this program, we will not go through the Public Procurement Act. This is because this program is a program of extreme emergency. And for every law, when there is an emergency, we are not expected to pass through the process of routine public procurement or due process public procurement. That is going to cause more delay to this project. So I'm requesting that the National Assembly take it as a point of duty to grant necessary and require an appropriate waiver so that we can take this project on the speed that it is required. Let me inform you that we have watched closely the activities of the Project Coordination Office, and we have seen a determined and a committed team that is ready to work. What they just need is to put aside these bureaucracies and this red tapeism. And I can assure you, with the quality and the experience that the team has, we will get whatever we want, and this project will be delivered to us. And I can tell you also that as Ogoni people, we are very, very ready to cooperate and ensure that everything that needs to be done is done, that this project is delivered to Ogoni people. Once more, let me thank you for coming. And I can assure you that we will be available for you any day, any time. For any aspect of this program that you need explanation, we will be there for you. Let me end on the note that we will also request the Project Coordination Office to take into consideration vigorous sensitization, not just locally. We also need international sensitization. I can assure you that a few months ago, I was outside the country, and I engaged Ogonis outside the country. We have serious Ogoni communities outside this country, and they are not aware of what we are doing. They still believe that this program is a sham. They still believe that this program is not real. So I think it is very important that while we do this sensitization here, we also think of international sensitization, that we also carry a lot of our Ogoni brothers who are part of this program, who were displaced because of this environmental degradation in Ogoni. That will also help us. Apart from that, our local people in the community, yes, the Project Coordination Office has done much in that direction, but we still expect that door-to-door sensitization should be done. Thank you, and God bless you.
Dr. Mede is a lecturer, and speaking extempore is not a challenge for him. Once again, another round of applause for him. Thank you, Dr. Mede. Yes, we will now go into the discussion. Remember that this is a roundtable meeting, and the essence of it... Okay, all right. Very quickly, let's call on the technical lead for Ogoni Restoration Projects, SPDC, Professor Philip Chekolo.
The Honorable Minister of State for Environment, represented here by Dr. Ishaku Mohammed, the coordinator of the Hyprep, Dr. Marvin, the Kagote President, Dr. Peter, and the MOSOP President, Mr. Piagbara, and all other protocols observed. I really want to say the speeches so far made are quite inspiring and quite educating. And on behalf of SPDC and the joint venture partners, as the federal government through NAPIMS, we have AGIP and we have Total. I want to say that we are committed to contributing the funds that are required to execute this very important project. That's the cleanup of Ogoni. And just like Dr. Peter said, The funds are available.